Okay, got it. So Natalia, I think you have an invitation to go to the other room. Let me see. Mateus, can you present yourself, please, while I check?
Okay, hi everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So, good morning for all. My name is Matthews. I'm glad to hear, and I work for with programmer, and I started here to improve my English like everybody. That's it.
Marcia, your turn.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, I'm Max. I'm 49. I believe in Salvador for 3 years now, although I was born in Rio, and I'm here as all of you to improve my English. That's my cliche.
Everybody's here to improve their English. So we're doing great. Bruna.
Good morning, guys. I'm Bruna. I live in São Paulo. I work as a teacher. I live with my family, my parents, and my brother. And I'm also here because I want to improve my English, and also because I met a lot of nice people here who made me stay, and who made me feel comfortable. And then I'm not here just because of the language, but also because of you. So that's it.
Okay. Natalia, can you hear me?
Yes.
You have an invitation to go to the room 3. Like,
Yes.
can you accept it, please?
Okay.
Just click on, yeah. Thank you. So that's me. So I am a Thames. I'm here to improve my English. That's it. As Marcia, as Mateus, as Bruna. So that's why I became a hostess as well, because I want to, and it is a good thing actually, because we think about the topics, we do some we Google, we search about, and we make the questions, and I learn a lot doing this, and it's very good. So the question is, what springs to mind when you hear the word sexism? Let's start with Marcio. When you hear the word sexism, what springs to mind?
Yeah, sexism is like a taboo word, and people hear about it, just start to be freaked out, something like that. But yeah, I believe that we have to face it with responsibility and in an easy way. Okay, sexism exists. It's something that, as was explained in the video, there's a lot of it in our world, and I believe that we little by little will get our society is getting mature about this topic, okay, and trying to pay attention to it in order to avoid this kind of jokes, okay, like there is something in front of you in the transit that is driving not too well, so some guys sometimes say that must be a woman. And I myself, I used to do this joke with my wife. Okay, sometimes I try to bother her in a good way. One could be a woman doing that. Come on, but when I use this, it's just really just a joke. As I said, our society is improving very much. Although I know that I can feel that we still have loads of sexting around there. That's it.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. I think sometimes we make jokes, and for us it's fine, but for someone like maybe is watching, they understand in another way. They think that's fine, and for you and for your wife, it's just a insanal thing, insanal joke or anything that you don't mind. But yeah, it's complicated because we never know how people will receive the things we are doing. But I think it's fine inside your house and with your partner. I think you can do whatever you guys agree with. So Bruna, what about you?
It's a really difficult one because I think, just like Marcia said, I think I think of the system, right, and the things that are happening every day. But I also think about myself, and the ways I reproduce it. And I need to not correct not the word's not correct, but to be aware of the things I'm saying, because sometimes we do it and we don't even realize, right? Like you just say it for fun, or just like making a comment, and then just like you said, the other person understands it or receives it in a way that it wasn't expected. And I think we need to be humble to assume we are doing it, and it's not easy, as women, like reproducing something that affects us, as a group, and as I think it's really it's something we need to be aware all the time and assume we are reproducing it. That's it.
Yeah, I was thinking about not about this, but about other thing. I'm much more aware after join TNT about things I say, because I'm deal with people I don't really know, and I'm doing this in my life actually. Like people say something and I want to comment. And no, we should maybe not comment. And it's getting well. It's getting well. I'm improving not just my English, but myself, and that's really nice. Mateus, what about you?
Well, when I think about the word sexism, I think about a random person in the street, in my work, or everywhere, can think about me of a man just because of a man. I just do things by men. I can be female too much. I can be so delicate. I can. I just be a tough guy with without sentiments, without emotions, no crying. And I think that's so unfair because I am human too. I'm suffer. I'm crying a lot because, as a matter of fact. But I think it's that.
Yeah, I understand about like you can be like women. We have the right to be delicate, but like but this is not good for us anyway. Anyway, because like oh, she's so fragile and delicate and don't touch her because she's a woman. And for men, it's the opposite, but hate us in the same way, like making anyway. So
If I could add something that, because
sure.
there is a reverse feeling about that, because as a man, I feel myself just being petrol, like okay, sometimes like by women, because you are a man, you cannot say something that will shock me, that will affect me in a bad way. And sometimes I'm I don't want to mean that okay, how a specific woman feel about what I said. Okay, so sometimes for men it's also tough because there is what is politically correct actually in nowadays. And you have to be to choose your words all the time in order to not to be misunderstood. Okay, so for a man there is I would like to share it with you because for a man I feel that way. Okay, because I believe that sometimes it's too much. Okay, it's too much, and sometimes, as I said, I'm just making a joke or trying to be polite, to be kind, and sometimes a woman can understand that you are flirting. Okay, and it's tough. Sometimes it's tough.
It's problematic when you think everything is personal. That's, I think, oh, you are offending me. Okay, I understand when some people just like making you aware maybe that thing's not good. So, but we shouldn't take everything as personal things. So like, that's about me, that's about me, that's about me. I saw one video on TikTok. TikTok's amazing. A guy trying to say just today, but maybe yesterday, because I don't want to offend any day. I watch a film, but I like theater as well. So he was trying to, but I don't want to offend people who doesn't who can't see. So it was like there's some places there are tricky situations you have to avoid. But I understand what you're saying. So number 3, how does sexism affect the other genders than your own? So it's not like affect the gender you identify as, but like the other genders. How do you see other genders affected by sexism? So let's start with Bruna.
I think Mateus talked a little bit about it, like men should be, or they should be seen as strong, and they can't share their feelings and their emotions. They can be sensitive, like romantic, or they need to be romantic in a certain way. They can't overshare what their feelings. They need to be strong, and I think this is really really complicated about the feelings. What else? They need to be the breadwinner in their houses sometimes, right? I don't know. I'm sure there are more stuff, but I can't remember like right now. Probably when we are talking about like sexual relationships, there are some other stuff too, like men need to do. Well, that's it. Mainly this stuff I have just said.
Yeah, I will hear about you. I comment in the end. Mateus, and you.
Well, I guess when I'd say this our society built of way, and woman and man can be shared the same feeling or the same situation, because in a specific situation we expected a woman be a lady, be so sensitive, so so fancy, and man has the the presence of a alpha man, but sometimes we put this mask with our face because it's more easy than take off, you know. I mean, it's that.
Marcio, what about you?
Yeah, I must say that it's a very complicated, controversial topic because the feeling that I have about this is probably so much different that you will think. But what I really believe about this is that each gender has a different perspective about how the sexism affect them. Okay, and some of them I assume that overreact sometimes or most of the time, and this makes the words become boring. Okay, because we have to fight. We have to choose our fightings. Okay, not fight all the time. Okay, it's very nice to spread the idea of sexism, that sexism must be avoided. Okay, in the bad sexism in a bad way must be avoided. I totally agree with that, but at the same time, I do believe that people choose to fight all the time, and it's really hard. Okay, to deal, and I don't like this behavior, and sometimes make a legitimate topic like that maybe empty. Okay.
Yeah, or people avoid this kind of topic because they are tired of
Yeah, totally.
being not the problem for me is any I like to discuss topics we are deal every day in our lives, because to see from another perspective. But like what you're saying, I understand like this. When someone, you said boring, I say irritating more than boring. Because I understand why you're saying that. But what I would say is we have to take this in how can I say that? People are all the time not listening our side. So maybe is that you have to learn with me, you are sexist, that you were saying sexist, and of course you want to be at least not how can I say this in English? Attacked. And people are attacking you all the time. Just like I agree, kind of, when you are learning about sexism, when we are a young woman, you are in a phase. I had this phase in my life, like men can't be feminist, men can't say anything about women because they are men, they don't know anything. But now, a long time ago, I found out that we have to be together. So I see your point, and I agree with you. Like when you are attacked all the time, you can't say anything. You are just put out.
You just
of
get
the
tired. Yeah,
yeah, you
tired.
get tired. I understand the end. So, but about the question, how does sexism affect other genders than my own? I think I was thinking about the other genders, not just men, but like transgender people, non-binary, and a gender. I think a gender, like people with no genders, they are not recognized as the genders they are identified, and I think that's horrible, because we recognize men and women and women, And these people are just not like, I can't, you are a woman that became a man, or you are a man that became a woman. So I think we should respect their choices, or I don't know if it is a choice. I'm saying that their lives. Like if I
like they're
was
natural.
I was identified as a man when I was born, and now I identify as a woman. I don't care. I really don't care about what you think. Like, you was born as. I want to be respected the thing I choose to be, or I identify. So I see these people not respect in that subject. So that's the main
Totally.
point. Do you have an experience? Do you have an experience, examples of sexist discourse in your daily lives? Share with us some example. Mateus.
Yeah, I have an example. When I was in school, my mom and we need to bought a bag for my books and notes. So this have this bag. Then my mom considered female for me, and I want too much because it's beautiful. It's like a phoenix. I don't know what to say, but is shining a little. So I wanted too much this bag, and she started to yelling with me because you're not. This bag is not for you. It's for female. You're a man. You just don't have this bag. Choose another. And I really sad because this bag is wonderful. I choose other bag with no color, black, and no passion, no other. I hate this bag, but but I had to choose one another. This I have to this example. I have another, but I think he is the subject and starts a lot of today. That's it.
Yeah, that's horrible because like a back. I think you were talking about a backpack or a bag. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's like it's made. It's not made for men or women. It doesn't change your sexuality or gender or anything. It doesn't make sense to me. So, but I understand it because I used to buy things from the men's section, like clothing, and everyone says that's for men. It's not, that's for me, that's mine, that's a man's clothes. No, that's mine. I bought, I paid, that's mine, and they use. So it doesn't matter. Bruna, what about you?
Oh, yeah, of course. I think the one I could think right now was related to my hair. When I used to date a guy, and I I met his family sometimes, and then once when I had my hair cut for the first time, like it wasn't this short, it was like just a little bit shorter. Then his aunt asked me if he had approved my new haircut, or if he liked the short hair, and I was like, he doesn't need to approve anything. Like, the hair is mine. And of course, we experienced this a lot of times, but this is the one I can remember right now.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about your hair because people say like, don't cut your hair, you're so feminine.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't change anything. Marcio, what about you?
Yeah, I've already give you an example, a a joke that I make with used to make with my wife. But there is many others. For example, I can tell you about, because I live in Salvador, in northeast of Brazil, and I do believe that in northeast the man is more sexy, okay, a little bit more than in the south, in the south area of Brazil. So, but it's now changing, okay? I can feel that it's now changing, but they still are this way. So sometimes you clearly see in the streets or in pubs or anywhere that they look at the women like a superior air, okay? Treatment is not, maybe sometimes not kind as it should be, because as a man, I was taught by my family that I had to respect by the very first years the women, okay? And I was raised in kind of formation. So for me, it's basic, okay? Basic to treat well people in general, but I'm a man. I'm also have to be careful, even more careful with women, and that's the way I try to be. Although sometimes some women are behavior very bad, and you sometimes you have to stop, breathe, and think not to say something unpolite, not polite. Yeah. So, but that's life. I have to deal with it all the day. But the experience that I have to share is about that.
I think the translation of sexism in Portuguese is not so accurate, because sexism doesn't mean machismo. It's like
no,
not really. If you
not only that,
it's sexism. It means you are discriminated or treated different because your gender. So it can be any gender. So that's interesting, because I used to think it was that's translation, and that mean, but in English is sexism means more than that. So that's makes the understanding of the thing more accurate. So
great.
Like in the video, I don't know if you watch it. I think so. The woman said, he picked his clothes by himself. I didn't have to help him. That's sexism against a man. Like,
yeah.
So,
there is a sexism, the reverse sexism against the man. Yeah, from the woman.
That's not reverse sexism. That's sexism. So
sexism. Okay. I expressed myself badly. You're right. Because when I first think about sexism, it's always from the man towards a woman and another gender. Okay, that's the first thing that comes to my mind.
That's happened more and more often than against men, but it happens against men as well. So have you ever felt discriminated against because of your gender, and how? We'll kind of talk about thing. Let's see, Marta, can start. You felt discriminated because you are a man?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. These days are very strange days, because sometimes I feel much more discriminated than the other genders I used to feel. That's because I'm a hetero. I'm a straight guy. Okay, and I'm not ashamed of saying that. and I believe that I should not be ashamed of that. But sometimes if you simply say that in a conversation, mainly especially with people that are from other gender and you don't know, then these people will react in real time. Okay,
You're talking about your sexuality. That's gender. Like I am woman, you are a man. My sexuality is straight, and I'm cisgender and straight.
Yeah, cisgender and LGBTQ plus, and what name you wanna know. And I respect all of them. For real, I do respect, but sometimes I don't feel that I am respected as they want to be. Okay, so I think the first thing that for you to be respected is to respect the others. Okay, so sometimes, most of the time, I can see other genders don't respect the others option, the other genders, and claiming to be respected. So I think it's tough to do, and it's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard from my point of view. I can have a relationship with all genders, no problem. Of course, everyone has your preference. Okay, it's unavoidable. You have I prefer to have a relationship with this kind of gender or that kind of thing, but I'll never disrespect any kind of gender for free. Okay, I'll never do that. They are all human beings, and they choose their way of life. Okay, their style, their gender. No problem about that. But I want to be respected as well. Okay, not only give respect, but receive respect as well. And sometimes these people are not aware of that, or don't want to give this respect in return. Okay? That's how I feel this topic. As I said, you don't have to agree with me. Okay?
No, I
This
don't
is how
disagree.
I feel these days.
I understand, and I don't disagree at all. I think it's complicated to talk about things we don't live, like the bodies we don't live in, the life we don't live in, and but I agree 100% with you about the respect, but at the same time I kind of understand the aggressivity, like why people sometimes are aggressive, because maybe I'm wrong, they are so disrespected all their lives. They
I agree with that.
They just can react to it in an aggressive way. So I don't like. I think it's disrespectful as well. But it's like, I see, like, when a dog is abandoned and they are mistreated, and you have to approach carefully.
Yeah. So I know a dog like that.
Yeah, I had a dog. He's reactive, so now he's improving. But you have to approach, like, because they are beating, hitting by disrespect all the time, and maybe they have this aggressive
aggressive
reaction.
Yeah.
So for me, like, I think, like, first I hear, and of course I have my limits. So of course I'm a human, I have my limits, and so don't
all of us.
Yeah, but I agree 100%, because when someone is aggressive or disrespecting you, what you want to do is, like, live or fight. I live most of the time, or fight, and you don't want to
these days I prefer to live.
You don't want to hear what they have to say, so yeah, I do agree with you. And you, Bruno, number 5.
Yes, I have. Just like I have already talked about it, but it's pretty common that we feel or that we hear as women. We men usually think we can't do some stuff. We can't carry some stuff, or we don't have the knowledge, and they presume this without even knowing us. It's really common when we say we like a band, like it's a joke around the internet, like over the internet, like what bands do you like? I like this and that. Okay, so tell me the name of three songs. So what sports do you like? I like soccer. Okay, so tell me the list of players of your team.
The
So
Brazilian team from the
yeah,
1988.
yeah, so
1930s.
yeah, it's like this is really common, like checking if you really know that, or when men want to teach you something you already know. This is really really normal, and I think I have already been in these situations at some point in my life.
Yeah, I had a group of um, a band in the past, only men, and I like jokes. I like hear jokes. I like tell jokes. I I like funny things. So I don't mind if you joke about anything, pretty much. And they start to they start to we treat you like one of us, like a dude. So no respect at all. Like, and very very sexist jokes. Like after I show, because with my sister, she doesn't like jokes like I do, so she never laugh, and she makes like I don't like, and they didn't do. But with me, they passed the point. They the jokes, and like, how can I deal with this now? Because for then I was showing that I could be treated like a man, but in a very very sexist and disrespectful way. So one day you have to stop. I don't like this, and you are the annoying person after that. So anyway, Mateus, what about you?
Yeah, I have uh, too much situations about that, about this topic here, because also I mean, even the situation with backpack, and I have this situation because um, I really like it to what I might say this English, um, treat my hair. I don't say this correct word. Um, I like to treat my hair, and I saw a many of videos about that because I have curly hair. So when I meet with my friends and they have to curl hair too, and principal my my female friends, they say, "What? You know about hair? What do you mean you know about hair? What I have to do when I go out to the shower, and what product I had to use? Say it. I want to hear you say it if you know about this." And oh please, my hair is better than you, and you say I don't know about hair. Cut off.
It doesn't make
I think
you less man. It doesn't make you less man than you are. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like my husband, he didn't as a man, he didn't mind about skincare before. And when I insisted, like, please wash it, don't wash your face the same soap you wash your body. you know, like use a different towel, because it makes difference. It makes
Yeah.
difference. Like you putting
A lot of
bacteria from your body on your face. Do you like
I'm
that?
learning
I
it
don't.
right now.
I don't like use the same towel. I have a towel. It can look. I have a towel for drying my hands. One towel for my face, and not body towel. So because it's basic hygiene for me. It's nothing. So and he started. Now he loves. He loves. He washes his face every night and moisturize the face, and like he's still the same man. It doesn't make him less bad than he is.
And with better skin.
Much better. Like, and he's proud of his skin now. Very proud. So it makes he's more handsome. That's it. Okay, let's skip to the number 7. How can sexism have a positive impact on other genders than your own? Let's start with Marcio. Let's start with you. Like positive impact in the genders like male, women, transgenders or non-binary. How sexism can have a positive impact?
Yeah, I confess that it's a little bit confusing to me because sexism for me it's about a bad concept. Okay, it carries something bad in its word. So when you ask about positive impact on sex due to sexism, it's hard to me to explain about it. But what I would say is that if you treat everybody with respect, okay, all of the genders with respect, without being sarcastic or making jokes sometimes about their genders, okay, that the things will be fine. You know, I believe that the positive impact is true, as I said in the beginning of the session, that it's important to spread the idea that sexism is bad and we have to be aware of that and treat every gender in the same way. Okay, so I think the positive impact would come from these actions, those actions. Okay, being aware that we have to be respectful with any gender. Simple that way. It's not oi, but simple that way. Simple this way.
Yeah, it is that the question is tricky. It's not for, it's for some reason, because like I think, for example, for men, sexism many times is good for them, because one example, it's very rare you have to, for example, change your clothes because you are afraid of being harassed on the streets if you are a man. I never heard about that. I have to change my shorts was too short. my t-shirt was too loud, you know, and I had to change because people, the women can harass me. So that's, I think, has a positive impact on them. What about you, Bruna?
Yeah, I agree with you in that example. Also, men can say they did something that women did, right? And it's okay. They will keep the fame, and they will be seen as really smart, you know, and they may be judged for a while, but after some time, they keep doing their jobs as if nothing happened. I don't know. I think society protects men, you know. And this may be good for them. Like if women do stuff, they are judged. They are like, if we talk about Dilma and like Bolsonaro, the way they are portrayed on magazines covers, like you know, I think all this stuff is are good, you know, for men.
Yeah, and Bolsonaro is much worse than Dilma, like as a person. So like in the on the magazine covers, she is like hysterical, or she was crazy because she was woman, and he was just how can I say, he's a dumb, people
Yeah.
say, like, or inappropriate to the job. And I was thinking about what you say about the stories. I had a boyfriend. He was the worst sexist I ever met, because he used to use my stories, the thing like something nice happened to me, or a story, and he just used to tell the story as his own story. Like, and sometimes I was there by his side, and just was saying, and that's not true. It was happened with me. Shut up, and nobody you believe you. So I was thinking, like, how many stories he just took from me, like told to people like his story, and small things and big things. So that's unbelievable. Mateus, what about you?
Well, I guess I don't think other genders included uh, woman or non-binary people has a positive impact of a sexism, because the world the society is a society phallic, and they really like the man. So in an example, for if I start to yell with a person, and people will judge it if I have to a tough position about one topic, we start to fight. But if a woman start to yell with the other person, the people say, Jesus, why so this crazy woman start to yell, and this is bothering the other, my ears, you know. So that's many of examples of what's my gender and privilege me of man. So I think it's not exist a positive impact of other genders.
I was thinking about the guy who won Big Brother. If he was a woman, she would be the champion.
Aí ela está querendo justificar que, não, é porque é só por cumprimento de meta.
Charles, your mic is on. Thank you.
Sorry.
No problem. Hi guys, how was the conversation in your room? It was good, it was fine. Natalia, how was the conversation?
It was good, a good conversation. The point of views equally distributed. In our opinions, we agree most of time. It's interesting.
That's nice. That's nice. I think we didn't agree here, but we have a good point. We have good points, and that's really really nice, because we have I think every room have two women, two guys. I was trying to do this to be equal, so that's what we want. So we had a good conversation as well. And you, Susanna, I have a question for you. How was the conversation for you? And I have a question here. Should sexism comments be made a criminal offense? Why or why not?
It was a good conversation we had in our room, and I believe it shouldn't be a criminal offense, but it should have some kind of punishment, because I believe our society, it's not in total or most of it not conscious about being respecting each other. So until then, I think that if we had some kind of punishment, you will force or educate people to think about the other and respecting more, like you do to a child when you want to educate. I think until our society to be in a point that everyone respects everyone, we still need to have some kind of punishment. I don't think it needs to be a criminal offense, but I think there should be some punishment.
Yeah, criminal offense sounds too much for me as well. But like, even I forgot the word. In the work environment, I think we should have some punishment, because that is the place it can be stolen your ideas and your things. So if nothing happened, and most of the time nothing happened, and you just keep the thing the same way. We have here the feedback. As always, please answer, and if you can leave a comment, then I can know if you like it, if you don't like it, if you have some suggestion, criticism, or anything. And Jefferson, I have a question for you as well. Yeah, I want to hear from you.
No.
Yeah. You said
Go ahead,
yes.
go ahead.
What problems does sexism create in the society?
Well, a lot of discrimination, a lot of prejudice is unacceptable, is inappropriate, it's undesirable. So you must have a movement against this kind of thing.
That's great. So guys, thank you very much. Don't forget the feedback, please, and see you soon. See you tomorrow.
Have a good day, everyone.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.